What's going on, everyone? This is Aaron Hilliard here. I'm heading out for the night to Blake Island, riding solo. Got my little dinghy. I'm here on the 27 foot Newport. It's a SV Daily Reprieve, and there's a stiff breeze blowing out here, and it's gonna be fun. This is the first overnight solo on my boat, and it's a pretty nice day. It's like the 10th of April 2021. So this is the Port Orchard Marina that I'm leaving right here. This is where my boat lives, and we're headed up the Sinclair Inlet through Rich Passage and onto Blake Island. Gonna do a solo trip to Blake Island for a hike and camp for the night on my boat. So figured I'd make a little video just in case anything interesting happens. Just getting headed in the right direction. I got my auto helm, the ST 2000 Plus. This thing actually is really awesome. It saves me a ton of trouble. It'll do the work while I do the other work. Makes single-handing just so much easier, man. I couldn't imagine doing it without it. It would be stressful, to say the least. So I'm gonna tie this dinghy up a bit closer. I find that if I have it pretty close, it works best for me. So right now I just got some janky little knots, and I'm gonna do that. We're all tied up. I just did doubled up the rope and did a double square knot. I don't know, there's probably a fancy name for that, but simple enough. It holds good. Like I said, I've experimented a few different ways. It seems like there's the least drag, it's the least hard on the dinghy, and it stays in line better when I have it up close to the boat, just about 4 to 5 feet back. It's pretty windy out, so I'm gonna get to sailing here pretty soon, and it's Washington State Ferry coming in. But when we get up there to Rich Passage, the tide's coming in, so I don't think sailing's gonna be an option. We're gonna have to motor through there. So, but here we go on the adventure. Could get interesting if that comes over the boat, so definitely keep an eye on that. Here's the Newport 27. This is where I'm gonna be living. It is comfortable, it's pretty clean, and make my little bed up there, and I got a little galley, a little heater. It's supposed to be 31 degrees tonight, so the heater will be handy, I think, and a little radio station and everything, so yeah, should be fun. Just trying to get these sails trimmed in, but got a little hasty hitting before. Yeah, we're just sailing now. And there's a stiff breeze out here. Sure is peaceful when that engine stops running. Yeah, we're just relying on the wind now. I think when I get up here to this passage, when I get up there to Rich Passage, it's gonna be motoring time. We're going against the current. And there's not a lot of wind in that channel, but we're gonna sail as much as we can. And once we get out of Rich Passage, it becomes good sailing. There's a couple guys sailing down the passage right now. It looks like Spinnaker's out. Fun. And if you look over here, there's some big squalls. Yikes. So I really kind of hope that doesn't come my way and hit me. And if you look over here, there's some more big squalls. Definite precipitation coming down. So, I don't know, things could get interesting. Alright, we're motoring once again through Rich Passage. Like I said, the wind dies in here, and the current's going against us, so we're going top speed, 4.2 knots, which is pretty slow. Normally 6.6. And with the tide going out, I've gone as fast as 12 knots through here. And as you can see, it's 78 feet deep here. And this little Garmin was given to me, and it is just awesome. I love the thing. The GPS map 430S dinghy's in a good position. It's not dragging at all. It's not swerving around or wanting to get too wet. It's perfect. Engine's running perfect. Around the corner of Rich Passage, and you can see right straight ahead, that's Blake Island. Behind it, you can see some of the Cascade foothills back there with snow on them. Still pretty early in the season. It's chilly. But here we are at this number 9 piling. And we are fighting the current. It really kind of twists the boat around right through here. But once we get out in the big openness, you know, it'll be fine. Seattle. The snowy Cascades looming in the background. It's really beautiful today. Wow. I need a picture of that. Alright, so I'm sailing out in the Puget Sound, and there is a stiff breeze. If you look over there, there's Seattle. Sometimes you see these sailboats out here that are all leaned over. And you can adjust your sails so that the wind kind of blows through them or catches them straight on. And when it catches them straight on, it creates a type of hydrodynamics that propels you through the water. And so this rope right here is called the main sheet, and it controls the big sail or the main sail. And so if I tighten this up, the boat is going to heel over a lot more. We'll really start gaining speed, but things start tipping over. I mean, it's a really stiff wind out here, so I tighten it up about halfway. This is what, we're sailing about 4 knots right now. A minute ago I was going about 5.5, 6 knots, but was heeled way over. So it gets a little uncomfortable when you're at 30 degrees or 20 degrees or beyond. If you look at the very top of the mast, there's a little arrow that's pointing to the direction that the wind is coming from. And so I use that and I set the sails against the wind. And then there's a huge rudder underneath here, a big keel on the bottom that counteracts that and pushes against the water and creates the pressure to move forward. So it's kind of like having a watermelon seed between your fingers, and when you pinch it, it squirts out. It's kind of how the water and the wind are working together. If you look over here, yeah, we're sailing good. And going 5 knots right now. So this is a pretty good heel. Pretty comfortable this way. Just sitting on the upside. But some of these gusts get pretty intense, so you got to be ready to relieve some of this main sheet, open that sail up so it'll stop heeling so much. When I hear things start falling over in the boat that aren't supposed to be, that's when it gets a little concerning. But right now we're sailing full speed ahead, heading around Blake Island. So in case you didn't know sailboats, there's a little lesson for you. Way on that front sail is called the jib. And it also is creating quite a bit of pressure. It's tied back here. I could loosen that up and it would relieve some of the pressure against the keel and therefore slow us down and make us stand upright. But what fun is that, you know? You gotta get this thing a little bit on an angle. Nice day, but it's chilly. I ain't gonna lie. Hope you guys all have a good day. Thank you. So here we are sailing around Blake Island, headed east to the east side, and over here you can see Tillicum Village. And there's a small little harbor there. I don't know, it might fit a dozen boats or something, but I don't think I'm gonna mess with it. I see these guys up here, they're putting their sails down. They're probably gonna go in there. I'm gonna sail all the way around the island and then go to the west campground, mooring balls, and stay there for the night. It's the calmest weather outside of that marina. But yeah, good sailing today. Very peaceful. Gonna catch this mooring ball right here. I think this is gonna be my spot. Super calm and sunny right here, man. This is paradise. So let's see if we can catch this. There we go. Got our mooring ball. This is an awesome little gem here in the Puget Sound. Super calm in this little lagoon here. There's only 2 buoys on this side, but that's cool. I've never stayed on one of these ones. Right over there is the Southworth Ferry dock. Over there is Vashon Island. So we're kind of hiding from the wind. To pull the dinghy right up alongside here, and I got quick access to the beach right over there. I got a little 2-horse Honda I'm gonna throw on there. I haven't started it since last summer, so hopefully it fires up and doesn't give me too much trouble. Dinghy's in good shape. Look at that. She's purring like a little kitten. Good to go. I still throw the oars in there. Gonna grab my backpack, life preserver. But that is nice. First pull. She started right up. It's a killer little engine, man. I got it for 300 bucks. Can't beat that. Sweet. Dinghy. This is awesome. Running great. So here I am, got ashore. I'm here on Blake Island. There's very few people on this whole island. It's like 5 square miles, I think. It's pretty big, but you can see my boat back there. We got the dinghy right here, and it's running super good. So cool. I'm about to start this hike around Blake Island. Short hike up the hill from where I landed the dinghy. We are way up on a cliffside now. Water's quite a ways down there. Some pretty good hills out here on the Lake Island trails. So about 5 miles around. We'll see for sure when I get done, but it helps to have some pretty good hiking shoes. A little bit muddy on these trails. It's pretty. It's daffodils kind of just alongside the walk. See that deer over here? Just come out of this meadow. There's a big old deer chilling. So now we got here to the north side of the island, and it is a different ball game over here. It's really windy and it's cold. See, the waves are kind of crashing, and there's a huge squall over there. Looks like it's maybe headed this way. Kind of interesting. It's like a forest of holly. There she is, looking pretty. Here we are back at the beach on the south side of the island where the boat is moored, and our dinghy's still there, so that's good. Cool hike. Hey, so I made it back to the boat safely. For some reason the dinghy wasn't wanting to start. I only pulled it a few times. I think it was flooded from being tipped up, from having the engine mount tipped up like it was. So I just rode back to the boat. It was no problem. And so this is my little domain for a while. And just chillaxing. It's like 3.5 miles around the island, but there's a lot of up and downs. All right, so it's about time to make some grub. What I'm gonna have, I don't know, I like it on YouTube videos when people show what they're eating. And it's cold, so I put on this little buddy heater, and it's gonna get it toasty in here really quick. But what's for dinner tonight? Nothing real fancy. I'm gonna have some Uncle Ben's Ready rice with chili poured on top. I always like to see what people are eating on their sailboat and how they prepare food. I don't know. The comforts of life on a sailboat are important to me, and I don't know. I just like to see what people are doing out there. So this is what I'm gonna have. It's pretty hassle-free. Dreams. So here I am at 3:28 a.m. I'm sleeping really good. And now, listen. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. The boat is against the mooring ball. And the ball is just bouncing on the hole right here. I even went outside and I tried to push away from the mooring ball with the extension pole. It didn't work. I fired up the engine and tried to turn the boat 180, but it resituated itself now. So the mooring ball, once again, beating against the side of the boat. Makes it really hard to sleep. So, this sucks. I've never had this problem. Staying on anchor would alleviate this problem. I put a thing on Facebook. Somebody suggested put a life jacket on the mooring ball, keep it from bumping so hard. Somebody else said to put a pool noodle on the pennant so that it will be stiff enough to push off away from the mooring ball. That too sounds like a pretty good idea. Right now it's 31 degrees on deck. It's freezing in here. I could turn that heater on, but I'm pretty cozy in my sleeping bag with my little woolly blanket. But I can't seem to get back to sleep with this constant booming. So that sucks. So another lesson learned, at 3:30 a.m. Here it is, morning time. It's almost 7 a.m. It gets pretty bright up here. I have a drape that is supposed to Velcro over this, but the Velcro keeps falling off. Got to redesign something for that, but as you can hear, it's quiet. The mooring ball is no longer hitting the side of the boat. I was able to get back to sleep after about an hour. Slept pretty peacefully after that. It is and toasty here in my sleeping bag, and it is freezing out there in the boat. The little heater ran out of propane last night at some point. So I have another can of propane, but I'm going to have to get up to put that on and fire up that heater. It's probably 30 degrees in here. I don't want to move right now because it's pretty comfy right here. But I will. I'll get up, turn that heater on, and get some coffee going. I got the heater going, and it's getting nice and toasty in here. And then I used my handy little stove, heated up some water, making a little French press coffee. I'm about to make what I call a white trash mocha. That's a little bit of Swiss Miss hot chocolate, Folgers French press. And there ain't nothing better than that, baby. And so it is almost 7:30 now. And it is a beautiful day out here. It's cold. Super calm and peaceful out here. Got the eagles singing me morning songs. Beautiful Olympics back there. Nice. Whew, it's brisk out here. Beautiful though. Heading back after a night sleeping on the Daily Reprieve out there in Blake Island. It was a nice night. I slept good except for the whole hour about 3:30 a.m. when the mooring ball was bouncing against the side of the boat. Another lesson learned, you know, that's the way I learn things out here, is to go through them. So I might be a little underslept, but you get out here in the 35-degree morning wind and you smell the salt water, and I'm awake as I've ever been. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned. Hopefully I'll go on some bigger, different journeys this year, and hopefully make some entertaining videos.